Hey guys, hey, break it up. Man, that felt like some sort of educational video or some PSA or some movie that they would make back in the 80s. You know what it reminded me? Like I remember this Mr. T video from back in the day. Mr. T used to walk up in situations like this and break it up. Hey kids, hey, what y'all doing? Don't be like this.
Well, your mama is
Hold
so...
it, wait a minute. Don't bring in my mother to this.
That's a Mr. T moment. Hey, wait a minute, kids.
If it wasn't for your mother, you wouldn't be here. So remember, when you put down one mother, you put down mothers all over the world.
Hey man, don't tell me that this don't look staged, all right? Let's get into some hot water. This is a little segment right here that I thought we'd do because we're recording on a day that we usually don't record. But I thought it'd be cool to fill out the show with a little something, kind of a wrap up of the week. And I just named this segment on the spot, something that I call This Week in Hot Water. This is a recap of people who have kind of messed up throughout the week. And we have, now there's a lot of people have messed up. Don't have time to go through all that.
Daily it happens.
It happens daily. It happens almost too much. People be fucking up out there. But I picked up 3 highlights from this week that I thought were funny or somewhat tragically topical. And we're going to start out, excuse me. Oh, it hurts me so much to talk about this. I'm just getting choked up already about these people. Oh, it's so sad how stupid people are sometimes.
It really is.
It really is, man. It really is. And let's start out. As I said, I have 3 people. Let's start out with this person. Number 1, you know her, you love her. Lauren Boebert.
Who?
U.S. Representative of Colorado, Lauren Boebert. Known for advocating for family values and being quick to tell people how to live their lives, including telling people about Christian values, sanctity of marriage, and keeping your kids away from those pervy gays, especially the drag queens. Reading them stories. They know what they're trying to do. They're trying to groom
brainwash
trying
kids.
to groom these kids and have sex with them. I know what you're doing, trying to cop a feel off these little boys and girls. But now keep in mind, everything I just told you, she's telling you about yourself and avoid all this stuff and live a nice Christian life and only be married to a man or a woman and be making sure it's nice and straight. But this is all despite her recently being divorced, her son having a kid out of wedlock at 17, making her a grandmother at 36, and being married to a guy who showed to a minor.
Man, family values.
But yet you mind your Christian family values, you dirty, perverted, liberal, gay son of a bitch.
Okay, I'm on it.
Get it together, Julian. Damn. Oh, and I'm sure with you being a Jew, there's something in there she don't like about that either.
I killed Jesus, dude. It was me.
Killed Jesus?
Yeah.
Man, you got lasers in space. Starting forest fires and wildfires.
Right,
Come on, man. You are a crafty people.
I'm not supposed to talk about that. The UN said to keep it on the hush hush.
You and your Jewish space station up there, man.
Jewish space lasers.
Yeah.
Mazel tov.
So, to no one's surprise at all about this woman, she has added something else to her list of do as I say and not as I do. She was just escorted out of a Denver, Colorado theater, and that was for...
It was a musical production of Beetlejuice.
It was a musical production of Beetlejuice, and she got escorted out of there for acting like a goddamn Billy. Goddamn Billy. No, sorry, not... We have a guy named Billy here. I don't want anybody saying, man, we're trying to say. No, she got escorted out of the theater for acting like a goddamn hillbilly who's been to the big city for the first time.
Oh, I haven't seen any video.
No, well, I'm going to show you a lot of video right here, man. So, seriously, man, she was acting country as hell in there. She really did act like this was her first time out of the small town, out of the trailer park, watching culture.
Yeah.
Acting a fucking idiot.
Yeah. I was not impressed with what I read, like looking up this story before we came on.
Well, the accusations against Miss Boebert, they say that she was, and here's an article, you can find this anywhere, though, this is USA Today, but throughout this article, they say that She was kicked out for such accusations such as vaping, singing along with the music, and taking flash pics, man, or pics with the flash on while in the dark. All right?
What an asshole.
Yeah. I mean, to do one of those things is shitty, but to do that combination there, you're a terrible person.
Singing along and flash photography on a stage production, that fucks up so much. Like the actors in the wings that see flashlights are like, is that my cue? Like that's really mean.
Yeah, and people in the audience, I didn't get that part in the video, but there's a woman who was actually leaning over and saying, could you stop? Because the flash is affecting everybody. It's bouncing off the back of people's heads, and it's, you know, and it's shining forward. And
people think it's intentional.
Yeah, people, it's stupid, man. So she tried to argue the allegations. You know, she was saying that she wasn't vaping. She said, I don't know what you're talking about. I was not vaping. I think there was some accusations of fog being in the production, and that's what you had that confused with. But because I'm a political celebrity figure, of course you're gonna blame me. My only crime, and this is what they think her rep said, or her manager or her publicist or whatever. I think they tried to say her only crime, you know, trying to make her seem like she was the victim here now.
Yeah.
Her only crime being that she enjoys art in theater.
Nah, I saw her tweet where she made herself look guilty. She said, "Oh, I was having too much fun and singing along. Let me know if you like the end. I loved it though." It's like, well, you literally admitted to like fucking up.
Yeah,
Don't
but
sing along.
She tried to say you got this wrong. I didn't do any of that stuff. But of course, this is probably politically motivated or something. This is probably some liberal agenda. Yeah, so you're throwing me out, whatever. So the theater said, all right, you want to play that shit? Okay, we didn't want to do this, but we got you. We got you on this.
She blowing big vape clouds out there.
Man, listen, so the theater said, all right, trying to make us look like we lying. So they released security footage. Man. You know, and the security footage has, you know, all this night vision on there, so you can see clearly what's going on. Now, it seems it would have been in Boebert's best interest to just shut the fuck up and apologize.
Yeah.
Say, I'm sorry. Yeah, my behavior was unacceptable. Call it a day, and accept, you know, and lick your wounds and accept your losses, whatever. But not only did the footage reveal that everything that they were talking about is true, it had more stuff that she was doing in there.
Picking her nose and rubbing it on people's seats.
You know what? That probably, for her, that probably would have been better than what we saw.
Oh, God.
Maybe not, because nobody seems to give a shit that people are hypocrites today. But, okay, so, not only did the video show that she was indeed vaping. Now you're gonna see. Wait, oh no, there's the camera.
Oh my God.
So there's the camera. And you see how bright that is.
Yeah.
Look how it's bouncing off the back of that man's head right there. So, and you can see people who are irritated, like this woman.
Yeah.
This woman right here. Look at this. Like, you know, sometimes people just try to ignore this, but see, look at this woman right here. This woman is clearly irritated, bitch. Like, what the fuck are you doing? And then, you know, and it's bright, man.
Theater tickets are not cheap.
No. You see how bright that is when she set it down.
Yeah.
So you can see that she was clearly sitting up there taking pictures with the flash on. You can clearly see that she was vaping. So there she is. You know, she's got the vape in her mouth. She's blowing the smoke out. So she's vaping in the theater when they asked her not to do that.
She's like trying to be polite about it, putting her hand over her mouth.
Yeah. Bullshit.
What a moron.
And not only did she do those two things that she was accused of, but not only was she singing out loud and singing along, but she was up there, she was dancing like she was at a fucking party, man. Like, look at her. Look at the way she...
Oh, my God. Maybe she thinks that it's like a concert, because, like, music is amazing at, like, a live musical like that. Like, there's a whole orchestra, you know?
Oh, yeah.
People are singing. It's not the same.
The way... Because I'm looking at her, man. I mean, she's acting like she's at a fucking bachelor party or something. I mean, look at the way she's. I mean, she's not just dancing.
Does she stand up?
Look at this. She got her arms out. She act like she's at the club. She's act like she's at the strip club. Look how her arms are going out. You see how she's just getting up there gyrating and dancing and everything? So you know she's probably singing out loud. Looked like the musical was getting fucking horny, man.
I mean, that makes sense. Live shows can get pretty hot like that.
That ghost was turned on, man.
Hey, you like that?
It's showtime.
Yes. See something you like, baby? But yeah, man, she was out. Now, I want y'all to look at this, because I'm joking about her being horny, but clearly that might have been the case, because
pathetic.
Well, this woman, keep in mind that Miss Family Values here, she's at a family show. It's Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
She's at a family theater show right here. This is a woman that's talking about how, conduct your life, don't be too sexual. She's looking at you and your sexuality like you're a dirty son of a bitch. In the theater, though, during this family show, her new boo right here is grabbing all kind of titty, groping. She's got her hand on his dick, I think, somewhere. So yeah, man. So they're in the dark. They're doing the dark. They're in the dark doing everything but watching the fucking play. And when they are, she is the most disruptive person in the audience.
They're acting like 13-year-olds at the movies.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
Yeah, they're acting like kids. They're acting like they don't shut the fuck up. They're taking selfies and pictures. They're talking through the whole thing. They're out there dancing, and they're out there making out like a couple of horny teenagers.
Yeah, she looks pretty desperate for attention.
Now keep in mind, people, I'm not judging her for being horny. I'm not judging her for groping or anything like that. I mean, if they were doing that and nobody was being bothered, that's fine. I'm not judging them for being sexual, not at all. But this bitch is on everybody's business, man. Telling them how to live their life, telling them to live their lives in a Christian manner, making people feel ashamed of being sexual. Advocating. For
Christian values.
Christian values and a pure marriage. And also, telling people how to conduct themselves, by how she feels they should conduct themselves out in public. And she's doing all this stuff, man. She has proven time and time again that she is one of the biggest hypocrites out there, but she continues to do it because the way politics are today, no one gives a shit. They're willing to let their own ethics slide. They're willing to let their own values slide, to support the person that they believe is on their team. She has been somebody who has told people how to live their lives and have tried to take the rights away from other people. And she's villainized people as being perverts and miscreants, and and most of all, sexual criminals. Man, she's accused people of being. I was like, that's a popular thing with these people, to sit up there and point the fingers at somebody. She has wrongfully accused people of being the worst label you could give them. And yet she goes off and does these things on her own. And a lot of these people do this thinking that this is a way for them to appeal to their political base. This is a way for them to get votes. This is a way for them to stay in office. And yet they want to live their lives just like anybody else. So they go off and do all this shit, which I believe is human, but they have criticized other people for doing it. And so if I criticize her for anything, I criticize her for being a hypocrite. When somebody's pointing fingers at you and telling you how to live your life, and then they go off and do the exact opposite, that person does not deserve your support. When this person cannot know how to act, you're a grown-ass person, you don't know how to fucking act in the middle of a performance at a theater? You are a representative, a U.S. representative, and you sit up here acting a fool in the theater? You acting like you're a goddamn hayseed who has never been out in public and done anything like this before? They do not deserve your support, man. They don't give a shit. They're horrible people. They don't know how to behave. What do you see? What do you see in this person? That's number one out the way. Number two, and y'all probably were expecting this, Jonathan Majors. Now, Jonathan Majors, he's been in the news a lot these days lately, and his trial for domestic abuse charges, that's been reset. There's an article right here. This is from Variety.
Boy.
Yeah, it's been reset for October now. And see, the thing is that some say that he even tried to create a distraction before this date was coming in, because it's a big coincidence how something happened right before this news came out. So there's video footage that shows him breaking up a fight between two high school girls. But some people, they're starting to question the timing of this, saying that it's staged. Now, of course, TMZ has the video. I'm going to show it. I'm not going to show the whole fight because there's two kids fighting, and I don't want to show that to you. But I'm going to show it right when Jonathan Majors gets in, and, well, you be the judge.
Oh! Amen.
Okay, let me stop right here. Let me just say that, honestly, I don't know if this is staged or not. But I don't blame people for questioning this shit. I do not. I'm sorry. I was going to look at this and be like, oh, the internet's just doing what they want to do. I was trying to find a conspiracy and something. Man, let me tell you something. The way this man ran in here, in the middle of this,
There's a couple red flags.
I saw you looking at something. I want to hear that. The way he ran in here at the right time.
Yeah.
Oh! Hey, guys. Hey, break it up. Man, that shit felt like some sort of educational video or some PSA or some movie that they would make back in the 80s. You know what it reminded me? Like I remember this Mr. T video from back in the day. Mr. T used to walk up in situations like this and break it up. Hey, kids. Hey, what y'all doing? Don't be like this.
Well, your mama is
Hold
so...
it, wait a minute. Don't bring anyone other to this.
That's a Mr. T moment. Hey, wait a minute, kids.
No, I love the next thing that he don't bring everybody's mother into this.
Yeah. She not here.
Here, if it wasn't for your mother, you wouldn't be here. So remember, when you put down one mother, you put down mothers all over the world.
You know what? Now, if you played that together, if you played that together, it sounds just like that. Let me play this. Watch this.
Your mama is
Hold
so...
it, wait a minute. Don't bring anyone mother into this. She ain't here. If it wasn't for your mother, you wouldn't be here. So remember, when you put down one mother, you put down mothers all over the world.
Hey man, don't tell me that this don't look staged, all right?
That's this is the remake of that video. That's crazy.
Man, look, I'm not there. I'm not gonna say if it was staged or not, but I'm just saying, I exactly understand why people they think this is fake.
There's a couple things that stood out to me. Just the fact that it was in a nice shaded area. Then the weirdest thing to me is there's someone on the right who is filming with their laptop or something.
I saw that.
It's like,
yeah.
Who the fuck does that?
Yeah, there it is right there.
What? That's crazy.
Okay, so here's the weird part to me. Now, just listening to the video. Now, maybe here, let's watch it again. I'm not there. Maybe this was said. Maybe I missed some audio. But like, watch and listen, y'all. Let me see. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me turn this up. Let me make sure I got this turned up. So
Listen carefully so you can hear Mr. T.
Yeah, wait a minute, kid. Now, I think those two kids would stop. Maybe those kids are so pissed at each other that they see nothing else. But I think that if I was in a fight with somebody and Kane the Conqueror showed up.
Yeah, the guy who was the villain in Creed 3.
I'd be like, oh shit, it's Kane. Or, oh my God, it's the guy from Creed. Or it's Jonathan Major. Or somebody around there would say that.
Yeah.
Somebody around there would just be really shocked and surprised. Like no one said shit.
No. This is a weird directorial debut for him. I don't buy it. It's not real.
And the memes are out there, man. The memes are out there, of course. I can't blame people, man. First of all, let me see here. So I saw some funny.
Yeah, you told me about a really funny one.
Oh man, okay. So here's one right here. So they said that part of it looked like this scene from Jurassic World. Chris Pratt breaking up Velociraptor.
Oh man, I was hoping that his face would be photoshopped on there.
Some people said it reminded them of a very famous video.
Oh man, if SNL was still on point, they would just have them start dancing, making fun of that video.
And let me just say this, man. I know you don't want to see kids fighting each other, and the responsible thing The responsible thing to do would be to break up a fight with 2 kids. Do something. But I'm gonna tell you, if I'm Jonathan Majors and I have a case the next day, or a case this week that's coming out, fuck them kids, man.
Yeah.
I'd be across the street looking at them like,
Let them fight.
I would not get involved.
No, you don't want to be a part of that. Like, why? Why? That's just, you're setting up, there's so much risk involved in that. Like, you don't know those kids. They could have weapons. Like, one of them be like, man, I didn't like Kang the Conqueror. Stab.
Hey, everyone, as usual, I hate to interrupt the video, but we do have to give a word out to our sponsor right now, and that would be America's #1 meal kit. You know what I'm talking about. That's right, HelloFresh. Preparing a home-cooked meal with HelloFresh is so simple. Even if you can't cook, you got this. And you're going to be so impressed and proud of yourself. That's because HelloFresh delivers fresh ingredients and easy recipes right to your door. And these meals are going to look so good that if somebody didn't know better, they would swear it took you hours to make these meals. But that's not the case because you're going to be saving a lot of time. You see, with HelloFresh, they have these quick and easy recipes and 15-minute meals where you can get a tasty dinner on the table in less time than it takes to get takeout or delivery. Also, you'll be saving a lot of time not having to go grocery shopping, which means you'll be spending more time eating with family, eating with friends, eating with the dog, if that's who you're eating with. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And cooking with HelloFresh will never get old. They always have fresh new recipes available for you. HelloFresh's menu includes 40 recipes and over 100 add-on items to choose from every week. Hey, fall is almost here, and they have recipes made especially for the season. And HelloFresh is more than just dinners. They have breakfast, quick lunches, and fresh snacks. Just shop HelloFresh Market and add any of those items to your weekly box. And they have meals to fit every lifestyle out there. So whether you're a meat lover or a strict vegan, from family friendly to fit and wholesome, HelloFresh has a meal for you. And now that I got your appetite going, how about I satisfy that appetite for saving some money? That's right. If you go over to HelloFresh.com/50doubletoasted and use the code 50doubletoasted, you'll get 50% off plus 15% off the next 2 months. That's right. Let me spell this out for you. I don't want you to get it wrong. Go to HelloFresh.com/50 DOUBLETOASTED and use that code 50doubletoasted. You'll get 50% off plus 15% off the next 2 months. I want to thank HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit, for sponsoring this portion of the show. And as usual, I want to thank all of you out there. Now, back to the video. Let's get to a sad one right here, man.
All these people, they're still in hot water. They're not managing to get out.
No, and I can tell you, man, some of them will continue to be in hot water. And I think the water's just starting to boil for our third person right here, Russell Brand. Russell Brand, who... I like Russell Brand. I'm not a big fan of all his movies. I wasn't always a big fan of his humor all the time from these movies and whatnot.
He was very funny in Forgetting Sarah Marshall. That's where I remember him the most.
I never saw that movie, by the way.
Oh, that's a good one.
But I do like Russell Brand. I think he's a really charismatic guy. You know, of course, good-looking guy. I think he's very talented. And at times I do think he's funny. I think he's smart, too. However, he's another one, man. He's another one, and he was proactive with this right here. He put out a video, I think today or yesterday, might have been today, warning us of allegations against him, making his own allegations that they are out to get him, and they're out to get him how?
Amidst this litany of astonishing, rather baroque attacks, very serious allegations that I absolutely refute.
Now, some of you might be able to guess what those are. If you don't know, he is another person that's been accused of sexual harassment, sexual misconduct, and flat-out rape.
I don't think this is the first time for him either. I think he's been accused of this before.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, now he says that, and I'll put this back on here. Sexual assault is what I was looking for. Mm-hmm. So he's been accused of sexual assault, sexual harassment, and flat-out rape. And the details that are coming out about this, with these allegations, I'm not, of course, not saying they're true, but the allegations themselves, there's been some details, and they have been very, very
violent in a way.
So
that can be damning.
Yeah, it's 4 women that came out and so far that have said this, make these allegations. But I'll let Mr. Brand continue.
I'm aware that you guys have been saying in the comments for a while, watch out, Russell, they're coming for you, you're getting too close to the truth.
So, there's another one where it's like we've heard this with Cosby, we've heard this with Donald Trump. You are saying too much, you know too much. So now they've galvanized and organized these women to come out and make a slander campaign about you with the worst allegations, which is rape and sexual, what do you call it? God damn it.
Assault.
Sexual assault. And this is where I would say, I don't know.
Yeah.
However, there's 4 women. I'm just saying this doesn't look good. All right, I don't know. It doesn't look good. Let me just tell you why. For one, it's 4 women, and one of those women said that after it was done, here it is. One woman alleges that Brand raped her against a wall in his Los Angeles home. She was treated at a rape crisis center on the same day. The Times says it has medical records to support this. Now, we haven't seen those records. The Times say they have it. And by the way, this is from BBC News. So if those records exist, those are from a while back. And if somebody went to a rape crisis center, years ago and reported this, this is not part, it doesn't seem to me, it sounds unlikely that this is part of a smear campaign.
Definitely not, because this is something that I've heard in the media before about Russell Brand. I feel like this happened a couple years ago.
Really?
Yeah. I don't remember details about it, but I just remember Russell Brand's name being thrown around with rape.
Wow. Okay. So I hadn't, I hadn't heard this before. Somebody said, did Katy Perry say something about this guy warning people against him? I don't know.
I believe it.
I would tell you those things might be out there. This is my first time hearing that, but I told you my thing where I get kind of tipped over into having some sort of bias, believing the women in these situations. So I don't walk in these things. I've been accused of being insensitive to women because I don't always believe women's allegations just right off the spot. I say, I don't know. Mm-hmm. Yes, I always say it's a he said, she said situation, or I need more information and whatnot. But when I start to, when the scale starts to tip for me, is when you have multiple allegations, multiple women coming out, and if there's a record of this somewhere,
yeah,
it don't look good. I'll tell you that right now. Yeah. Somebody said believing a victim isn't a bias. What the fuck? You don't understand what I'm saying. Again, you're not understanding what I'm saying. Did I fucking say that?
No.
Did I say it at all?
No. You said that when you have enough, you hear it enough times, you start to believe that.
Yeah. If 2 people come to me right now, and one person says I was raped, and another person says I didn't do it, and I don't know those people, or I don't know what happened with them, I will tell you I don't know. So you can sit up here and say, believing, that's what I'm talking about. People just want to say when one person says it. And by the way, it has been proven that some women have come out and lied about that. And also has been proven that men have definitely raped women. So don't fucking tell me that I'm being biased here, because you're the fucking exact person I'm talking about. Anytime somebody says, well, without enough information and without enough, talking sensibly, I don't have a bias. I'm not saying, yeah, women always complain. I didn't say that. I said when I don't have enough information to go by, I didn't say I didn't believe one or the other. I just don't say anything at all. I will say I don't know. So if me saying I don't know makes me a sexist, makes me somebody that doesn't, support women, then fuck you. I don't know what to say. You're the fucking exact person I'm talking about. There's always one person, oh my God, you don't believe women? No, I didn't say that shit at all. Fuck off with that. God damn, boy.
People make it so complicated when there's something like this that you need to have like a real nuance when you talk about it, because this isn't, it is a black and white issue, but it's one of these things where it's like we don't know at the end of the day.
Yeah, okay. And if you didn't say that, I'm sorry. I feel a certain kind of way, because then people accuse you of not supporting women, and that's not exactly what I'm. That's not what I'm doing at all. That's
no, we're not saying that at all.
And I've had people I've had people try to manipulate me. You know, when I said something like that, somebody one time said, I'm crying listening to what you're saying right now, listening to how cruel you are to women. I'm like, fuck you, man. I didn't say that at all. And by the way, you're not going to sit up here and make me change my mind because you're trying to manipulate me with your fucking tears. But if you didn't say that, I am sorry. I humbly and completely apologize. I do. I will, you know, I look at you with, you know, with shame and say, I'm sorry that I said that. You know, I am. I don't think this looks good for him at all.
No. And him bringing up Joe Rogan, that's just digging his hole a little bit deeper.
Yeah. I'm still in an area of I don't know what happened here. I don't know. I'm just saying it's when things start to go down this way. If there's records and there's multiple women that come out,
yeah,
it doesn't. Is usually not. It's not going to be good for that person. No. So yeah. And I just hate that too, man, because in a way I wish the women were lying. And I'll tell you why. Because it means that no one was raped.
Yeah.
You know, it means that there were no victims. But you know, if that happens, I think it's terrible that you know that somebody did that to them. Yeah. Because if you read the details of this, it's pretty bad, man. Yeah, it's pretty awful what he did. If you know, allegedly from what they say. You know, of course we don't know what happened with that, but yeah, never mind. Folks. Yeah, man, I hate when these situations happen. And somebody told me today that, sure, he might be a better person today, but that it does not excuse this person from what they did, you know, back in the day.
Yeah, I've heard stories about him doing shitty things. I don't remember what off the top of my head. I should have looked it up, but I remember that he has a history of some kind.
Oh, you know, if you want to see the details, go to the BBC News page and look it up for yourself, because I don't want to read the details out. They're pretty bad. Yeah, you know, I don't know. Yeah, but again, you know, I hope the truth comes out one way or another, man.
Yeah,
we'll see. We'll
find out eventually.
Yeah, man. I know it makes a lot of people nervous because there's people who done some shit back in the day and they think there's a statute of limitations on that, and yeah. Nope. Yeah. So there you go, folks. Let me see here.
More like Russell needs to be rebranded.
Yeah. Anyway. Well, there you go, folks. Those are the three people that I want to highlight in hot water right now.